Hi everyone, this is Cece and welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas. For day 11, I'm going to make a card. So I grabbed the Peace and Love Santa coloring page, which is downloadable from my Etsy store, and I will put the necessary links so you can do that. And I reduced the size of it so that I could fit 4 images onto one cardstock because I wanted to print that from my printer and test it out with Copic markers. I know I've said in the past that in order to color a printed image with Copic markers, you either have to use a laser jet printer or go have it photocopied somewhere. And I'm not sure, again, if it has to do anything with the paper, but I'm using Neenah cardstock. I've also tested that on Prism cardstock, and both of them work. I grabbed the paper fresh off the printer and I heat set it just a little bit, and there is no bleeding whatsoever. None whatsoever, even with the lightest colors. So I'm pretty stoked about this, and I really wanted to share that news with you. And that's why I decided to do the Copic coloring for this image. And like I said, it might have to do with the paper. And just for your reference, I don't think my printer is exceptional. I use a Canon Pixma Pro 100, and it is an inkjet printer. I have not tested it out. I have another printer, like a cheapy brother printer, so I might test that out. But like I said, there was no bleeding at all. So you might want to test that out on your own. And this segment that you're seeing right now is at normal speed. I will speed that up a little bit just because it's more or less the same process that I use throughout the whole coloring. I create some sort of a white space where I want the highlight to be, and then from that point on I just move from light color to medium to dark. I usually use 3 different shade of the same color, and this is basically what I do throughout the whole thing. So I'm going to leave you with some music so that you can watch this, and then I'll come back at the end because I have a few things to share with you. I have to mention that I darkened the shadows underneath the Santa, and I did a tip-to-tip technique because I was using a blue and a pink. Those two colors don't really mix well unless they're super light. In this case, it wasn't. So I used the blue one, the light blue one, to grab some color off of the pink marker. And then I was able to have some nice blended gradual shading. Now, for this process that you're seeing right now, you need a very juicy colorless blender. Otherwise, it's not going to work well. You'll get frustrated. Much like I was at the beginning, I didn't realize that my blender had gone super dry, so I refilled it, and I'm using it to create some snowflakes in the background. And what the colorless blender does is that it actually removes the color. It doesn't really blend all that well. It just removes the colors. So it's easy to, it's very handy to correct mistakes if you've gone over the line, and or to do special effects like I'm doing right now. So I'm going to vary the size of the snowflakes. So this will be my first layer of snowflakes, and then I'm gonna grab the Posca paint pen to create tiny ones, and this is where it went wrong. I told you I had some things to share with you at the end. My marker spat on me or spat on my work, and I was left with a very big, large snowflake. And I thought, okay, I can't really remove it, so let's create bigger snowflakes. You'll see that in a minute. What that ended up doing is that it did create bigger snowflakes, and that's not a big issue. However, as it dried, it cracked. And not only that, but I wasn't paying attention to where the snowflakes ended up, and I put some on the heart, which I wasn't finished with it. So that was another boo-boo. But first, I'm going to go around the belt buckle with this silver fine liner, I guess it's called. It's from Staedtler. And I will put the supplies list in the description of the video if you're interested. And here's why I'm saying I went wrong. Oops, another oops. I tried to apply the Stickles before the dots were dry, and I ended up carrying the white into the Stickles, and you know, I should have known better. I knew this was going to create a problem, but I was too impatient. So the end of the video will not show it, but I have tried to correct that mistake within the heart, but you'll see it in the picture. I didn't do too badly. I was able to remove it with a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and I should have used the blending solution. I don't know why I didn't, but rubbing alcohol works. I was able to remove the white paint that was dried and add more Stickles. However, I did get a little bit of discoloration, and at some point the paper was starting to peel on me, but all in all, it's not so bad. And now I'm just putting the card together. The green cardstock and the image are glued together with two-way adhesive, and then the whole thing is glued with foam adhesive on the card base. I think it's cute. I like it. Here I'm going to show you what that cracking looks like up close and personal. I love the glitter on the card, and I also got a little bit of discoloration from the Copic marker. So the Copic markers and the paint don't, I guess, really mix well together. But all in all, I'm very happy with it. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Also, do check out my Etsy store if you feel like coloring during the Christmas holidays. And I will see you later. Bye.